Gel polish overlay step by step and Rossi review in this video coming up. Hello, I'm Anastasia. I will need base coat by Rossi, two colors. I chose blue and silver hollow and a top coat. First, we need to shape the nails. I just took off the old product, so as you can see, my nails are also a little bit damaged. I decided to do a short square. It is important when doing square shape to round the corners. Make sure they are not too sharp, otherwise the product may peel. After that, I recommend you to clean the nail, and here's tip number 1. Clean the underside of the nails, especially if the nails of your client or your nails are long. Next one is buffing the free edge. Make sure it is soft. If you're filing nails with, let's say, 180 grit file, then it might be a little sharp. By buffing the free edge, you make it softer, so the product will adhere better. Also, make sure there is no residue after filing the length of the nails, as well as shape. When you're done, clean the dust, and next step will be applying the hydrator. Apply it on all nails, let dry, and next tip is optional, but I strongly recommend it if the nails are thin, brittle, or a little bit damaged, just like mine. I recommend you to apply non-acid primer, but only on the free edge. Do not apply it all over, or you will be in trouble when trying to take off the product. Then I will be using base coat, and first apply a very thin layer. Base coat by Rossi is thin consistency, so it's pretty easy to apply it evenly. Do not forget to cap the free edge. When capping it, make sure it is super thin. If you will cap it too much, then you might even change the shape of the natural nails and they will look bulky after you apply the color. If you are struggling with application close to the sidewalls, it really depends on your nails and skin, and I do. You can use the paper clip to push them back. This is what I do. Maybe it will be helpful for you as well. After you apply the thin coat of the base on all 5 nails, cure it in LED and hold a hand like this, not like this. Never put it on the side or upwards, otherwise it will not cure properly. Next, I'm going to apply another coat, and this step is also optional, but I just want to give more strength to my nails and create a beautiful structure. First, apply a very thin coat, and then, without curing, I apply a drop of base coat and simply stretch it to the sides. So basically, I added this drop only to the center of the nail and stretched it to the sides. And this is how I create the beautiful, flawless structure. Once again, drop in the center and stretch to the right and to the left. Make sure you're not adding too much to the sides, because we mostly need to have the highest point, the apex, only in the center. After that, cure in LED for 30 seconds again, and now we can take off the sticky layer. Now this step is optional as well. You do not have to do this, you can just keep going. But if you're struggling with color application, especially close to the cuticle, I recommend you to do this. Now, first coat of the color should be very thin. This beautiful blue color I am using now is R4245. I will leave all the links down below, and oh my god, I'm in love with it. It's like dark blue with shimmer, but once you apply it in 2 coats, you will see it later, it looks like there is some ombre on your nails. It's also pretty easy to apply. As you can see, it is not too runny, which is super beneficial for beginners, as you do not need to worry that it will run to your sidewalls. And also it is not extremely thick, so it's still easy to make the even surface. You can push back your sidewalls with a paper clip again, and here's the trick on how to go closer to the cuticle. Simply take the liner brush and go even closer to the cuticle and then cure. You can cure one by one if you're working on your client. If you're working on yourself, then you can even do 2 to 3 nails at a time. This color is really intense, so I think we could even go with just 1 coat, but you probably know that all dark and shimmer colors, they still look much better if we apply 2 coats. Now, after first one, make sure you fully cure it for 30 seconds in LED, and second coat can be thicker. But honestly, with this color, we do not really need this. That's why I apply the second coat thin once again. Here's another trick. I recommend you to cap the free edge with the color only on your second coat. Yes, you can do it with both coats, but in that case you might get a bulky application and the nails might turn out a little bit thick. So with these colors it's really enough to cap it only with the second coat. But it's also up to you, and you need to look on the nails of your client. If they are too thin, then you might not even need to cap the free edge with the color, but do not forget to do this with your base and top coat. Cure the second coat and we have one nail left. I decided to do this silver hollow. This is color 228 and it looks a bit different in the camera, but it's so shiny in the real life. I apply first coat and cure it and then apply the second one. Even though it's shimmer, so there's no actual color between this, it is still pretty intense. As you can see, with two coats it's totally covered my natural nail. Last step is sealing with the top coat. Rossi has no wiped top coat. It is very shiny. Now it's been a few days and my nails are still like new. And it is important to apply it evenly, but sometimes it's still not about our application. Sometimes the nails are not perfectly smooth, sometimes we have some ridges, or you applied the color not as perfect as you wanted. So here's the simple trick on how you can fix it. First, apply a thin coat of the top coat. You can also push back the sidewalls, and then make sure it covers the entire surface. Take a small drop of the same top coat before curing and simply stretch it to the right and to the left. If you notice that it's running to the sides too much, then you can turn it around and then cure in LED. So this is basically the same trick that I did with the base coat, and I recommend you to use it whenever you feel like the application was not as perfect as you wanted. That's it! Beautiful gel manicure is ready. It took me around 30 minutes. It's really pretty fast and I really enjoyed working with Rossi gel polishes, especially colors. They're really intense and easy to apply. So if you're looking for the products for natural nail overlay, I recommend you this one. All the links will be in my description box. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and please let me know if any of these tips were new or helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you're first time here on my channel, consider subscribing as I post new tutorials just like this one every week. And I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!